Okay. Today we'll be talking a little bit about the Antichrist of biblical prophecy. And I believe he's already been identified to a great extent by at least one person. So the thing to look out for now is that the final demise of the Antichrist will occur probably, in my estimation, within a short time after the Fatima celebrations beginning in October of this year in Fatima, Portugal. Now, this particular person, the Antichrist, okay, he is a world leader, and so we are looking out for someone who has the potential of causing great harm, but looking up to, in biblical terms, looking up to the stages in the process. We've seen that in the last century, which would be the 20th century. We've seen the greatest degree of wars and persecutions against Christians, continuing on into our own century after the year 2000. So, therefore, it is my belief that the preliminary rule of the Antichrist is already taking place now at this time. It's just that it's obscured because for the Antichrist, obviously his goose is already cooked, so he doesn't want to have people recognize him for who he is. Now, there is a certain individual living in the United States now who is has a past history of starting an uprising against Antichrist in his home country, and there is some talk now with President Trump in office of the EU and the country from which this person was born are asking for extradition. So actually, it's our representative, the American representative to the EU, is trying to get him extradited back. So this would be an extremely bad idea. We should cut off all relations with the country of this particular Antichrist person, and do all we can, as well as we will need to defund or phase out NATO as soon as possible to take away this source of power, which is actually against what Christians believe. And but I talked a little bit yesterday about what the consequences are going to be in terms of Russia's overrunning Europe, and then the Antichrist is going to orchestrate some kind of an invasion against Israel from Russia, and more than likely also from Iran. So this is pretty much a done deal. I mean, we can't do much now to prevent it from happening. So President Trump is on the right track. We just have to simply not get sucked into these wars, and history will take its own course, because these things have to happen, because when this Armageddon occurs, the Antichrist is going to be killed. He doesn't necessarily have to be killed in Palestine, but he will be killed. And so at the same time, more or less. So all these things have to occur as a preliminary to the second coming of Christ. Now this is going to, of course, bring in a whole new way of living for everybody. So yeah, what Christ said, the first shall be last and the last first. So the people who think they've got it made now may find out that they're just like everybody else. So I wish everybody a good day, and